Just touch him up for a month.
Well, we have been wowed by Elvis Rodriguez over the course of the past year. Only one of his fights has gone the distance. It was his last fight back on February 20th. He had a truncated training camp for that fight. Previous to that, he was scheduled to fight in December, but there was a positive COVID test, and then we saw him in February. We talked to his Hall of Fame trainer, Freddie Roach, about going the distance in the last fight, won an 8-round unanimous decision against Luis Alberto Varone, and he was happy with it. He said, we want to get the rounds in.
As he should be. I mean, Freddie Roach has been at the highest level, and he knows that, hey, I have a prospect who is learning what kind of puncher he is, because we really don't know until he starts facing the best competition, but he does know he's going to need those rounds in the bank as the competition stiffens.
Timmy, Kenneth Sims Jr., 7-year pro, former amateur standout. He has gained a reputation as a top sparring partner. Interestingly, Freddie Roach has experience of seeing Sims because he often was getting quality work in with Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah, you know, Sims out here, gives great work inside the gym, you know, with guys like Terrence Crawford, Shakur Stevenson. So, you know, I expect them to have a lot of knowledge in the ring. A high IQ. As you can see right now, he's a boxer. He likes to take his time. He's very precise, very accurate with his punches. And this is another look at another boxing type of slick fighter that Elvis needs to deal with. So the last time we saw him, he fought a slick boxer. He did okay. He won some rounds. And this time around, he's getting another shot at a slick boxer. So we'll see how well he does this time.
Slick guy with 5 knockouts among his 15 wins. However, he made the comment to us when we met with him on Thursday that he found something out about himself during this training camp, had a longer training camp, felt like he had his best training camp. We always hear fighters say that, but he felt like everything was on the course the way it's supposed to be post-pandemic. And he said, I found out that I have much more power than I ever knew that I had.
Yeah, that perfect training camp came at the right time, and he's going to need it against Elvis Rodriguez. But I'll let you guys know, I know Sims personally, and he's not just a sparring partner. Like, I've seen him in with top guys, and I've seen him dominate, not just one time before a whole camp. So he has ability, he's tough, and this is not going to be an easy night for Rodriguez.
You know, many people feel that way.
Oh, man, listen to me. You can look good in the gym. It's the first round right now, but you can look great in the gym against top quality opponents. I remember sparring and you know, sparring guys that actually beat me up in the gym. But when they come out in the bright lights, that's when it counts. Sims tonight needs to make it count tonight under these bright lights. It's a thinking game right now by both men. Both men gauging distance, trying to establish their jabs from the outside and looking for counters.
Sims in against Elvis Rodriguez, the undefeated prospect on a big night. Undisputed will top it.
Time.
Somewhat cautious first round. We're usually not seeing caution with Elvis Rodriguez, who we have known to be a power-punching threat early in his career. We saw him so much in the course of the past year. His last 5 fights were all in the MGM Grand COVID-safe bubble here in Las Vegas. Now fans in attendance at the theater at Virgin Hotels Las Vegas, right down the street, just off the Strip. In that first round, Kenneth Sims Jr. threw 38 jabs. That's the highest jab total ever thrown by a Rodriguez opponent.
That's the punch that gave Rodriguez a little bit of caution, because he can't really set up what he wants to set up, or at least it takes him longer to set up that straight left that he wants to, because he's got that flicking jab in his face the whole first round.
Timmy, there's Ben Davison in the box there to your left with Josh Taylor. Ben Davison, the 28-year-old trainer who we first got to know as he was working with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, who we understand the heavyweight champion of the world, just arrived here to the Virgin Hotels Las Vegas. We will be visiting with Tyson Fury later. But Ben Davison now working with Josh Taylor. There was a trainer change 2 fights ago. He feels very confident with his new team. The undefeated 2-belt champion from Scotland. What do you make of this combination of Davison, the 28-year-old, training the 30-year-old unified champ?
Well, he has a really good horse. You know, Taylor can do a little bit of everything. But in watching film on Taylor, there's things that he needs to correct. And I know Ben Davison is a student of the game. You know, he understands the sweet science of boxing. He had Tyson Fury at one point. So I know he's going to help him in these areas where I see he is lacking. So I'm expecting a little bit of improvement, of course, in the lead hand of Taylor tonight. Because that's going to be the punch that he's going to need to use to keep Ramirez off of him. See, right now it's southpaw versus orthodox. The lead foot, very important to get that foot outside.
And Elvis does right there and fires off the power left hand. And right there, you know, it's interesting. You look at those front toes on the lead foot, and every so often you'll see Elvis Rodriguez step on that front foot of Sims.
Beautiful shot right there by Sims.
Sims trying to time a right hand, Dre.
Yeah, that's not the first one he landed. When we were talking about Ben Davison, he landed another short right hand, and it's because if you look at how wide Rodriguez's legs are, he takes a big step in order to get his punch through, and a guy like Sims, who's experienced, he can counter that.
End of round number 2 here from Vegas.
Time.
Joe, Tim, and Dre ringside, round number 3 of Kenneth Sims Jr. against Elvis Rodriguez. Rodriguez with a 27-15 connect advantage so far, according to CompuBox.
That was an exchange right there that Kenny Sims won.
He won that exchange because what Elvis is doing, he's loading up, so it's taking him a little time to load up that left hand, and Sims is just sneaking his right in.
Well, this fight is fought with the feet, because normally Rodriguez wants to back guys up, fight at his pace, box when he wants to box, be aggressive when he wants to be aggressive. Sims is not allowing him to do that. He's told an invisible line in the center of the ring, and he's not allowing Rodriguez to back him up.
Our ace reporter, Bernardo Osuna, was listening into the corner with Freddie Roach.
Yeah, Freddie told me Elvis has to throw more combinations. He can't just depend on trying to land one shot.
And Sims is under his legs. He's got a perfect stance to counter and to lead with that right hand, just like he's doing. But the main thing is the jab. He hasn't stopped using that jab since the first round. We overlooked that so many times.
Especially against the southpaw, because a lot of times the jab is taken away because of the angle you have to punch from in fighting the southpaw. But Sims hadn't abandoned it. He's using it very, very well, Dre. Ooh.
Our technicians are often called upon for a second opinion.
Tough call. At Massey, we keep pests outside of your home, where they belong.
Chuck was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's in 2018. It was like I needed to step away from the dementia world. I wanted to meet other people in the community to see where a friendship might develop. It's about the engagement. It's the conversation. It gives me an outlet to stay active and connected. AARP has become an important part of my life.
The Riz Delulu aura of 6'7". Did I get your attention? I promise the joke is worth it this time. Because I'm not going to be sorry about telling you to get a 67-cent hamburger or cheeseburger only in the McDonald's app. Think you're tired of 6'7"? That's just fine, we are too. We're just taking advantage of it. The joke may be dead, but it does mean you're getting one of these burgers every Wednesday or Sunday when you order on the app, so let's keep it on trend. At least for now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays and Wednesdays in March and April. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
We showed you Josh Taylor moments ago. This is the scene that's happening right now in the locker room of Jose Ramirez. He's getting loose, warming up. You got all the Garcias back there. Robert Garcia saw his venerable father earlier today. Now, it's interesting, when we showed you that video, Dre, of the brawl, the hallway incident, this hotel, the area outside the theater, is packed with Ramirez supporters, right? Easy trip in from the Central Valley to drive in to support their hometown hero. Meanwhile, because of the COVID travel restrictions, Elvis landing the left hand there, because of the travel restrictions and the international travel restrictions, this is a business trip for Josh Taylor. Family and friends are not here in Vegas.
Yeah, it's a business trip, but I'm looking at the business happening in this ring right now. It's good shots being landed by both fighters, but Kenny Sims is dominating these exchanges because he's landing the last shot. Rodriguez will land a shot, and then Sims will land his 1 or 2 shots to close out the exchange. So you got to give him those exchanges, and right now he's got Rodriguez guessing.
Yeah, and it was a right hand moments ago from Sims, Timmy.
Yeah, Sims, what he's doing is he's starting and then also finishing.
Yes.
That's why he's ahead.
So if you're a judge, it's easy to score an exchange like that.
Elvis Rodriguez is landing at a higher percentage, but the work rate of Sims has been solid so far. He's thrown 164 punches, 124 of them have been jabs.
And he just switched southpaw.
He switched.
Right
now he's a lefty coming out against Elvis.
Yeah, Sims is a natural switch hitter. He can fight from the left-handed stance just as equally as good as he can from the right-handed stance. He's very comfortable from the left-handed stance. But the reason why Elvis is not getting sort of, good shot right there from Sims, right hook. He's not having the success he wants because he hasn't developed his lead hand yet.
Yep.
Sims is beating Rodriguez, yes, with some combinations, but it's really the lead hand. You see him southpaw now. Now he's using the right hand as the lead hand. Rodriguez likes to paw with his lead hand because he really wants to use the rear hand, which is the left hand. That's going to work with some guys. It's not going to work with everybody.
The funny thing, Dre, you say that, yes. But I see Elvis. Elvis has more firepower. I don't understand why he's not getting a little bit more aggressive and try to change the tide a little bit. Take some risk.
Because he's not fighting those 5 KOs. He's fighting a real fighter. He's gotten buzzed. He's gotten touched. And he hasn't, shown it visibly. But trust me, it's enough respect in those punches from Sims where Rodriguez doesn't want to get reckless.
And this is the growth and development, a natural course of progression that prospects go through. You step up the competition, get more experienced guys opposite you.
Right there.
Certain tests that have to be passed.
You see, that's when you start to see what kind of puncher you really are, because the first 5 or 7 guys, they go down from that shot, so you think everybody's going to go down. And then all of a sudden, you got a guy who visibly looks smaller than you, and you're wondering, why isn't he falling? So how big of a puncher are you really? Time will tell.
He's seeing the punches coming, that's why.
Time will tell.
Alert.
Sims back orthodox.
Okay. Those right there are draw jabs. He's trying to draw something.
He's trying to draw that right hand.
Oh, there's a left hand.
But he countered with it right. Rodriguez landed a beautiful straight left. And somehow Sims got a right hand through. Don't know how he did it.
Nice jab right there.
Good steady jab. Just missed the left hand behind it.
Yeah, but what I don't understand what Elvis is doing, Rodriguez is doing is when he does land, he steps straight back. That's the time when you have your man weary, step to him.
That right jab that we just saw from Rodriguez, that's the punch that he needs to pick up now.
Punches up, keep your punches up.
Decent action here in round number 4. Take a short break. We'll be right back to Vegas.
Time.
Top Rank Boxing on ESPN is presented by DraftKings. Download the DraftKings app to play free for $10,000 in prizes tonight. Use promo code TOPRANK when you sign up. DraftKings, the leader in daily fantasy sports. And in part by Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance. What do you do when you bundle belts? That's what we have tonight. For only the 6th time in the history of the sport, we will crown a 4-belt undisputed champion. Josh Taylor, Jose Ramirez, coming your way right here on ESPN. 2 guys in their prime, willing to fight each other, undefeated, not on pay-per-view. It's a treat for the fans. By the way, Joe Fortenbaugh our expert gambling guru at ESPN. He's on the Daily Wager. He's sitting right behind me. He's been updating me on all the late money moves here in Vegas on the main event. Guys, all the late money is coming in on Jose Ramirez. He is bet down now. Taylor's been an overwhelming and steady favorite. At one point, he was minus 360, mostly hovering at minus 250. Taylor's down to minus 165. Ramirez is plus 145. Just within the last 10 minutes, there was a $10,000 bet at Caesars William Hill on Jose Ramirez. All the late money is coming in on the American.
I love these type of matches, Dre. I love it. You know, these guys are talking to themselves with their movement, talking to one another, you know, boxing language. You know, like, it don't make that move. All right, you make that move, I got something for you. You know, Sims is set and ready. He's looking for the right hand. That's what he wants. So that's why he keeps shooting that draw jab out there to get the left hand coming so that way he can counter with his right hand.
Right, and Rodriguez is, the pressure he has is trying to continue to prove to the world and himself that he is who everybody said that he was. And for Kenny Sims right now, he's fighting to show the world that he belongs.
The guy who everybody says who he will be, right? Because we have been hearing from many experts saying, listen, this is a can't-miss future champ. This is a guy that, you know, in the course of the next year, when everything gets cleaned up at 140 pounds with the guys on top of this card, and then you look at how big he is across the back, he could carry 147. Freddie Roach, wild card Jim, Manny Pacquiao, 25, 30 years of the tops in the game. He says, he's the future of my stable.
Yeah. Nah, he's got a lot of potential, guys, but that's how you see me always sort of reserve my opinion until I've seen them for a couple of years, because we can acknowledge what they're doing well, but it's always with a caveat until they get in there with a live gun, and Rodriguez is in there with a live body tonight.
You see the shifting combinations right there from Rodriguez? That's what he needs to do. Don't load up with every shot. Sometimes just let your hands go. Something would eventually land. You know, you got a sharpshooter like Sims in the ring. You have to throw combinations against him.
Switching southpaw again.
See, Sims can do this all night long. This is easy work. You got to give him something to think about. Let those hands go.
Good action from both fighters.
Yes, it is.
It's high-level boxing.
Family time becomes something more in a Ford Expedition. Because helpful information at a glance keeps you in the moment. More starts here.
Want to hear my big news?
Now streaming on Paramount Plus, the SpongeBob movie Search for SquarePants.
I'm ready!
And more SpongeBob awaits. The SpongeBob Collection, only on Paramount Plus.
Right here.
Time. Box.
Getting ready to start round 6. What's been a pretty intriguing opening fight. Sims against the unbeaten prospect Elvis Rodriguez. You see the total punches through 5 rounds, a 69-45 advantage for Elvis.
Another thing I like from Sims and what he's doing tonight, a lot of times when you have a good boxer like Sims facing a guy who's the favorite, body language means everything, especially with the judges. He hasn't ever turned his back or looked like he wasn't trying to engage. He's been in control in terms of his body language all night long.
Left hook just landed by Sims. Bernardo, what's going on with his father, Ken Sr., and Kay Karoma, Coach K in that corner?
I just spoke with Senior, and he said, look, we just got to keep doing what we're doing, use our feet, keep the movement going, and not allow him to set his feet. If we can do that, we can stay in control of this fight.
Timmy, not allow Elvis to set his feet.
Yeah, Elvis is a power puncher.
Exactly.
You know, and he loads up with every single punch, and so Sims see that coming. That's why he gets out the way really quick, and then he counters. And Elvis doesn't really switch up his combinations. He's so predictable. You know, jab, jab, straight left hand down the middle, and then occasionally he'll go down to the body with the left hand, but that's pretty much it. There it is again. Really easy to figure out.
It starts to chip away at a young fighter when they've been touted as a puncher, and they're landing flush shots, but then they get hit right back in the face.
It just happened moments ago, right? The 1-2 by Elvis, and then what finished up that exchange was a right hand from Sims.
You don't know what kind of puncher you are until you start fighting top competition.
It was a short check hook from Elvis.
If I got bigger guns, I'm making a fight a shootout.
Yes.
That's what I'm doing. And if Elvis wants to take over this fight, he needs to make it a shootout. He has the bigger guns.
Step to him, be the bully.
That's right.
A little easier said than done, fellas.
He's always reminding us of things like that.
Easier said than listen,
he's always putting up the guardrails.
I get it. I get it. But sometimes you just got to sell out. You have to, especially when you're dealing with styles. Look at Sims. He's so comfortable right now. Look at him. Little shimmy right there with the shoulders. He's feeling real good and comfortable.
It's the right jab that Rodriguez needs to pick up. The right jab, not just pawing with it, but shooting it and bringing the left hand behind the jab.
See, but
Return
that's just
fire
it.
again with the right hand.
But he gets countered on the way out because he takes a big leap in, and then he has to take a big step backwards to get out of harm's way. Kenny Sims did his homework. He's got his feet under him. He lands and hits Rodriguez on the way out the house.
Time. Bucks.
Round number 7 of our opening fight. It's been a good effort from Kenny Sims, putting forth his game plan, fighting the way he wants against the undefeated prospect Elvis Rodriguez, who's the bigger puncher, has the more thudding shots, been more the aggressor in the numbers. You know, we sit here and we just had a discussion in the commercial break. How do the judges see it? Is there appreciation for what Sims is doing?
Good shot right there from Rodriguez, a right hook. Sort of a half hook, half uppercut that landed on the chin of Kenny Sims.
Ooh, Sims, that boy can fight, boy. He can fight. Now he's stepping to Rodriguez right now and finna beat him at his own game. Finna beat him in the inside.
That's the element of Sims' game he hasn't showed today. He can fight inside very, very well.
And that's what he's doing here, closing that range. Came with an uppercut. Chopping right hands, goes to the body, straight a little low. Left uppercut came in, then comes back with straight right. There's a good uppercut right hand by Elvis Rodriguez. This is an entertaining 7th round.
He got Rodriguez's attention right there.
Did.
He hurt right now.
And he ties up. A little bit of blood coming from the nose of Sims Jr. He's taking it right into the kitchen, walking straight into Rodriguez.
And Rodriguez doesn't
comes
have it.
back with a left hand.
Yes, he doesn't have an inside game. He's out of his element right now.
That's right.
Rodriguez needs space and range to land that big, straight left hook, left hand. He doesn't fight inside.
Nope. Sims is giving him a little bit of everything.
But the one area where Sims is neglecting is the body. You have to hit the body of the bigger, stronger man.
I think he just heard you.
See Rodriguez pushing off with that shoulder, trying to create space, give himself the room he needs to work behind that jab and try to land the straight left hand.
Got this fight even going into this 7th round. Neither fighter can rest on their laurels and think that they're up. They got to try to close this show just like Sims is doing right now.
That's what he's trying to do. He's trying to close the show to allow the judges and tell the judges that, hey, I want this fight. Now he boxed from the outside. Now I'm stepping to you. So if you're judging like a guy that's aggressive, well, I'm the aggressor right now.
Yeah, but I think he's got to stay in that body. He's got to keep things close. Don't give Rodriguez an opportunity to land anything big. Fight inside where he doesn't want to be, and you're also safer that way.
Because you're inside the punching power of Rodriguez.
See if we can get back there in this final half minute of round 7.
That's the
right
range.
there at range.
Yes.
There's the left hand from Rodriguez, and
That's
it's
what he wants.
easy for the judges to see that and have it get their attention. You can see some redness around the right eye of Elvis Rodriguez, as well as a cut on his mouth. It's bleeding from the mouth, and he has an abrasion around the right eye.
So we saw the tangibles over the last of his career, but now we're seeing the intangibles. If you're Freddie Roach, you're seeing what your fighter really has right now.
Good exchange. That's a fun round.
Time. All right, limpio. Okay, limpio. Clean round. All right, we got a clean round here.
I'm Kenny Sims. I'm taking it right back to his chest. Right back to his chest.
Let's check in with Mark Kriegel. Mark?
One of the great assets that Kenny Sims had headed into this fight is working out in Terrence Crawford's camp. He got great work, and he sent in his
is a kind of favorite of the gym with Kate Karoma's help.
That's high-quality work. Has also been a longtime friend with Shakur Stevenson. Shakur has very high regard for Sims' skill.
This fight was originally slated for 10 rounds, but the Nevada State Athletic Commission would only sanction it for 8. And maybe this is where the maturity comes in, and what a difference that may have made.
Look how comfortable Sims is. His eyes are wide open. He's relaxed. He's looking for every counter he can possibly. And you see just the jab alone, like Dre said earlier, is giving Rodriguez problems.
This message is brought to you by Wise, the app for international people using money around the globe. With Wise, sending money abroad is how it should be. Fast, easy, and affordable. Most transfers arrive in 20 seconds, and you'll always get the best exchange rate Wise can offer. You can support your family back home with a few simple taps. Every dollar, rupee, and euro lands in their pocket like you planned. No hidden fees or inflated exchange rates ever. Join the 15 million customers who choose Wise. Be smart. Get Wise. Download the Wise app today or visit wise.com. T's and C's apply.
Elvis Rodriguez has no answers right now. He's got no answers right now, and he hasn't had some answers for some time now.
Minute to go here in this final round. Right hook from the undefeated prospect. Combination he throws there. See how he finishes down the stretch against the crafty veteran Kenneth Sims Jr. He's put forth a good effort tonight. We got Jose Zepeda and Hammer and Hank Lundy coming up. We're going to get you set for the undisputed title fight between Taylor and Ramirez. Let's take a peek at the locker room right now. Look at how loose Josh Taylor is. There is the Tartan Tornado in the locker room. Sort of reminds us of a guy who just walked into the casino, Tyson Fury, how loose he gets before his heavyweight title fights. We got big news concerning Tyson Fury, and he's going to be joining us live on the set.
Can he say him? Nickname.
Oh, he catches him for a moment.
Nickname is the boss. He was the boss tonight.
Yes, he was.
He sent him off balance here in the closing moments of round number 8. That was a very good showing from Kenneth Sims Jr. Very good. Punch stats are going to favor Elvis Rodriguez. He has the more thudding blows, but the boxing and the veteran craftiness of Kenneth Sims Jr. giving Elvis Rodriguez a test. We are working our way towards the undisputed title fight, Taylor and Ramirez. Hey, one of the toughest fights that Ramirez has had in his career was against this guy right here, Jose Zepeda. Zepeda is about to fight in our co-feature. His first fight since taking part in the 8 knockdown fight of the year. That win came against the former champ, Ivan Baranchik.
Ivan Baranchik against Jose Zepeda was one of the most anticipated fights of the summer. And here we are.
You watch and you wait. And you secretly hope for that concussive moment of resolution. Guilty pleasure that keeps you coming back year after year.
Continues to hammer away.
After year.
It's a Rocky movie. That was Rocky.
Wow. But the most virtuous thing a fighter can do isn't putting the other guy down. It's picking himself up.
Hey, come here. You all right?
On October 3rd, 2020, Jose Zepeda and Ivan Baranchik went down 8 times.
Baranchik is in trouble, and now Zepeda goes down.
Maybe 9.
Oh my goodness.
This is a war.
the last one would leave them both changed.
What a knockout from Jose Zepeda!
For all his talent, Zepeda had long questioned himself. But now he had outboxed the boxer and outslugged the slugger.
I didn't know how tough I was, and tonight I showed, and I showed myself too.
A great gift at a great price. By now, exhilaration had given way to dread, the guilty pleasure to a kind of shame. And then, in anticipation of a tragic finale, came an unlikely triumph. It's not a fight of the year. It's a fight for every year. Something that stays with you forever.
You're part of history, bro.
We get to see Jose Zepeda against Hank Lundy in moments. Zepeda could be in position to fight the winner of tonight's undisputed championship. We'll see how it plays out in our co-feature. Right now, we need to hear from the judges. Kenneth Sims Jr., Elvis Rodriguez, how did they score it?
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here inside the Virgin Hotel Las Vegas, we go to the judges' scorecards for the official decision. Chris Migliore scores the bout 76-76. Eric Cheek and Max DeLuca both score the bout 78-74 for your winner by majority decision. And now the WBC USNBC champion, Kenneth Bossman Sims Jr.
That is a well-earned upset. Kenneth Sims Jr. pulled it off. What a